when you think of excursion, think of the United States of America. Siete says no. Siete says, yeah, his life matters. And sometimes he needs blood. If he wants blood, he's got it. Siete. Lai, ching lai jelly. 我知道你不少，你不要去里面。可是他给我看一看，他不在乎。Siete不在乎。Siete gentlemen不在乎。Excursions. I remember thinking, after I'd gotten back from Iraq and all of a sudden there was some fighting going on over there, and weapons of mass destruction, and when I was doing parking lot striping, that guy Jim Force, he says, oh, do you think we should be over there? And for some reason my opinion matters. I'm like, fuck them. I said, these people, we left before it was over, a 3-day ground war. There were things saying G war minus that were leading up to the day that we were going into the ground war. There were bombings and shit going on, and then three days, and we leave. What kind of conversation did they have with the guy? He said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't, I didn't know. I didn't know. And so they sent us all out. And then those years later, 2003, whatever it was, I don't know, something. Should we be there? I'm like, because they're saying, and I'm saying, we left, we got out, we didn't pull another Vietnam where we were just in there for years getting fucking murdered by people with suicide bombing and shit like that. And they said never again when it came to Vietnam, but then they sent those poor bastards back over there in about 2003. We left them all the ammo they needed. There were crates. It's still in the grease, fucking covered in their bags and shit. Crates of AK-47s left all over the place over there. Detonation wire. They could make fucking bombs. Saw them using it as fucking clotheslines. I mean, it's so available. If they wanted to take the guy on their own, they had everything they needed. But instead, we're going back another fucking, 12 years, huh? Isn't that an astrological cycle for bullshit in the political community? You need 100 years to forget a pandemic and 12 years to forget political bullshit. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Every place you go, everybody's got a fucking idea. And it's like, you fucking came up with this idea 2 years ago. It didn't work, so they shut it down. And then you come back up and say, I've got an idea. And they try it for another 3 months, and it doesn't work, so they shut it down. And then another 6 months, you go, I've got an idea. That's business. It's a microcosm of politics. Politics, it's too fucking straightforward in your face, you have a hard time forgetting it unless you're told to. Yeah. If you're told to forget what you just saw, remember that? You didn't see it. That's basically what goes on. Then, whatever, 12 years. So then they send them back over there, and I'm hearing about insurrectionists. And the first time I heard the word insurrectionist brought up in one of these things about fucking Iraq, I know, I'm sorry. I'm playing the whole Vietnam veteran guy. Vietnam. Just like Bush Sr. there, George H.W., he called him Saddam, which I hear means shit. He would use the pronunciation Saddam all the time, rather than saying his name properly. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Somebody did. You hear about the insurrectionists coming into Baghdad. And this time it's the Sunnis or Shiites. I don't know. It changed between those 12 years who our friend was. Total Orwellian shit. You never want to let them know who the enemy is. You keep changing it. I saw a video with that one guy in that 2003 frame. He was a veteran of Desert Storm and Shield. Desert Storm, at least. And he said, I don't know. And it's exactly what I'd said. I was so glad to hear this guy say it out loud on TV, because I was like, the Sunnis were our friends. They're the ones that said, any of the Shiites give you trouble. This colonel said in a meeting, he says, let us know and we will crush them. And I said, they really say that. I know it. I've said it before, but it just blows my mind. It's just like on TV. That's been my whole life. TV in the garage. The studio of life is painted in the colors of those who have come before you. So that guy says, before the Sunnis were our friends, now they're our enemies. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. Thank you for saying that out loud. Damn reporter didn't even know what she was getting. Thank you for saying that out loud. They do it to us constantly. Why is there a supply chain issue with sensors and things from China? I will tell you that. Because during the SARS, they shut the whole goddamn country down. China knows how to shut down a fucking pandemic. That's why they're wearing masks all the time. They know how to do it. Everybody was locked in place. And we act like it's their fault. Well, it may be coming out of there because, well, whatever reason. But we're the ones that are spreading it because, well, you know. So I'm on my way. They shut the whole damn country down. I only bring that up because they're our enemy, they're our friends, they're our enemies and friends at the same time. How's anything better? All the people everywhere. As long as the people can stick together, everything's going to be okay. Because, just because. And so they're talking these the Sunnites, whatever you want to call them, coming in and fucking attacking people. They're insurrectionists. And I said, insurrectionists? These are not insurrectionists. These are people coming in to take back what was taken from them, which would make them resurrectionists. Got to be a religious community out there that calls themselves resurrections. Well, you would think there would be, except every one of them that kills themselves never comes back. That's one less fucking parishioner. So I say they're not insurrectionists, they're resurrectionists. And then when I look the word incursion, I thought about it and I said it. And an incursion is a small but brief attack. Maybe on a nation, maybe it doesn't go that far. But if you want to think they're calling these people that were at January 6th at the Capitol, the White House, and then the Capitol, and then everywhere in between and inside. Well, the people that were like, I'm in control, I can't go in there, I might get in trouble. You slippery bitch. You got your fucking guns on the fucking Virginia fucking border, waiting to be called in. Reason there was nobody armed, they wanted the cops to shoot them so that they could bring in the guns. That's my opinion about that. They wanted to make it look like they were peaceful while they were beating people with fucking lead pipes and flags. They call that an insurrection. But when I looked at the definition, of incursion, it suited it better. An incursion, a short-lived attack. And I said, that's very American. This is the evolution of the United States of America. We have incursions, insurrections, incursions now. Whereas, since about the time of Jackson, I think, we've had excursions. And we always think as Americans, see, there's a divining factor. Maybe even a divining factor. As Americans, we think of ourselves in an excursion. We're having moments. We're going out and doing things, and it may be daily, it's short-lived. But when you consider incursion, attacking your own fucking nation, it's the American way. We have excursions. Isn't it fun? Let's go out and run some other poor bastard into the ground.